What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. Vacuuming should be left to the robots. I just picked this up. It's by dser, and it's a robotic vacuum. As you may know, I love robotic vacuums. They have actually really changed my life because you get vacuuming done more frequently, so your house stays cleaner with less effort. You know, usually you don't bust out the vacuum until you absolutely really need to. So I wanted to try this out because I think a lot of homes need multiple robotic vacuums, and for me especially, if you have a transition between rooms, or if you have a step, or if you have a separator or something like that, you know, a lot of vacuum cleaners, most robotic vacuum cleaners, can't cross those thresholds, step up or step down or anything. So in order to have them on an automated schedule for multiple rooms, you need multiple vacuums. So that's why I like getting them. It does come with the user manual right here, and I want to pull out everything else we get. We get two AAA batteries right there, so I'm assuming that is for a remote control, which is right here. And you can see here, these are great because it's a great way to just be really lazy and activate your robot. And as you might be able to see here, it's kind of nice. It's got a piano black finish on it. It's got a little screen and controls, so I'm assuming those batteries will go right in there. We also have a little filter here. On that side it's paper, and on this side it's like a foam, and so I think that's going to be your replacement filter for your vacuum cleaner. We also have right here a charging cable, two-prong plug here and a single prong right there. So I think that is going to go into the base for the vacuum cleaner. And then we've got the dser, I don't know that I'm pronouncing that right, but it's dser, right here, vacuum cleaner. And man, that is a gorgeous looking vacuum cleaner. I mean, I just love this black on there. You can see it's actually like glass. It is glass because it actually has this radial circle pattern underneath. It just looks super nice. Even the button right here has like this black chrome trim around it. The button right here also has a little texturing, like a guilloche. And then this pad around here with this other button, you know, and I think it's a probably an activation button, but also your charging light is all rubberized. I mean, it just has a super awesome premium feel. On the front here, I mean, it looks just like many robotic vacuums. You can see that we have a strip here, and I think that is also smoked glass because that'll be, you know, where the sensors are for avoiding obstacles. And then you can see right back here, looks like this is where the tray will open up. You have a switch right here. It looks like I'll pull that down and then pull out the tray. So I just want to show you how easy that is. It'll suck in from up here, and then you can pull this out, and then switch right there. There's the filter, which you can pull out and replace. So it's nice that you have an extra one of those. To empty this thing, it looks like just open this up and dump it out. So it doesn't get any easier than that. So that's pretty nice right there. All right. The other thing about this vacuum is I thought I would show you the underside. We have the wheels here, and this allows it to kind of traverse over things as well as get under, you know, things like couches where there might be a little bit of pressure. These wheels will allow it to compress a little bit. You can see we have a rotating front wheel. That's great for turning within its own radius and being able to avoid obstacles. There's a pressure sensor under there, so if it gets to the edge of a stairway or a step down or something like that, it won't go over the edge. It'll stop. So that's great. We also have, what I think we'll end up doing, is our two little fulcrums right here, and I bet those are going to be the edge brushes. So I'm just going to put this back in here. So we also have a cleaning brush as well as a little slicer to open things up, but bristle brush on this end and hard ridges on that end. And then we also have, man, all right, those edge brushes, those spinning edge brushes, which will go on those little posts that I showed you. We have not just two of them, we have four of them. So you will be able to go through these and not run out of them. And we also have, they're like metal strips here. So I think that these are for blocking off areas in the room. Then here is the base, which is really nice. Again, light plastic. You can see it's kind of a transparent black plastic up here, and that's basically because I think it shoots out the infrared beam so that the vacuum cleaner knows where to come back to. And you can see we have the little wheels here with the terminals for charging. So there are receivers underneath the vacuum cleaner, 2 nodes. You can see those right here, and those will allow the vacuum cleaner to roll back up on its base and charge itself and be ready to go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get this all set up. You can see that the power plug will plug in there. And I'm going to go ahead and let this sucker get charged up, and then we will give it a try. Now, before you turn it on, I'm going to show you that there's a power button right down here, so you're going to have to turn that on too. And then I'm going to just read through the instructions. We'll vacuum up some stuff and see if it works. So I've got this dser set up, and I'm going to go ahead and let it charge here. You can actually see it has a Wi-Fi connection. There's actually a dser app that you can download and set a schedule and control it from there. So I'm going to try that too, but I also have the remote, but you can always control it here with the power button according to the instructions as well. So it looks like adding it is pretty easy. You just have to register and add an account. I'm going to hit add equipment, RoboGeek. Yes. Is the light blinking rapidly? It is indeed. I'm going to add it to my Wi-Fi network. And it looks like it is trying to connect. And there she is. Looks like she's online, so I can go there. Looks like the battery is actually 75% charged. It has the cleaning time there. It also looks like I can access the remote control, so I can have it auto vacuum, do the edge, spot cleaning, even find me if I have lost it. Sometimes they get hung up on carpeting or wedged underneath the sofa, so it's actually really, really useful. And it looks like I can just hit the auto button and actually start the vacuuming from here, which is pretty cool. So while it's pretty awesome that I can use the app to control it, I'm actually just going to go ahead and use my remote here. And as you can see, we have all sorts of buttons. And the auto is the one I'm going to use here. So if I hit it, boom, looks like that. We are off deploying the robot vacuum cleaner. So as you might expect, it's actually pretty quiet. That's pretty impressive. There she goes, navigating around obstacles. We'll see how much this picks up in this room. This is actually a pretty clean room by most standards, but sometimes I'm always, I don't know, just surprised, maybe grossed out by what it can pick up. Actually, like I said, it is pretty quiet. And like most robot vacuum cleaners that are going to do a random pattern to clean the whole area. So, and again, what I love about robots is they get under places that normally you will miss with a vacuum cleaner. Kind of like under the bed, right? I would almost never be able to vacuum under there. Pretty cool. We will let it do its thing, and then I will come back and check that dust trap and see what we think of it. All right, just came in to check on the vacuum cleaner, and it has docked itself, so she has called it quits for the day. Not the biggest room ever, just a kind of a small room, and one that I keep pretty clean here. So I'm really kind of curious to see if we got anything in the vacuum trap at all. And let's just see. If I pull that down, I can flip this open. Woo! Look at that, man. That filter worked. Oh my gosh. I totally have like a lint trap here. And man, look at all the stuff in there. This thing was the first virgin run of this, and I've got all that. Dude, I'll be honest, I keep this room pretty clean, and I almost never use it. I even keep the door closed most of the time. So the fact that on one pass here, this dser just picked up all this stuff is pretty amazing. Now I can just dump it out in a trash can, which is pretty awesome, and then throw that back in there and just set it up. I will say it's pretty nice that I can set it up and initiate it with the app or with the remote control. But man, this thing absolutely works. It has great capability to navigate around everything, like the little legs there, as well as, avoid stairs and falling off the edge of platforms. So, hey, if you want to pick this up, I am super stoked about it. I might actually get another one for my other room, but I will put a link to them in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.